What's up? Good morning, Karen Burns in the house. I can't sleep, so you guys are the beneficiary of me not being able to sleep. It is 3 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. for you East Coasters. And, this won't be a terribly long stream. But, I already did a 2-hour stream today, which is a lot for me. The riots really were a thing of the media. There was maybe one or two square blocks in downtown LA that were a little dodgy for a minute or two, but outside of that, nothing by me. I think we learned from the George Floyd protest or riots, whatever you want to call them, how to keep them away from here. I mean, I was in the Rodney King riots. They didn't get anywhere near me. But I was also on the 19th floor of a high-rise building, so I don't think that they were ever going to get to me. Good morning, Just Jenna. So and they did a curfew in downtown LA, so they were on it pretty good. What up, bro? Cristiano. Ronaldo, are you from Brazil, I'm going to guess? I don't know why I guessed Brazil, but your name sounds Brazilian to me. My friend, how are you? I have Marjan from Egypt with me. Well, hello. We got some new people. I don't know what One Piece is. I'm watching a fascinating documentary on Formula One, the Gilles Villeneuve documentary. You woke up to drain the Black Mamba. Good for you. I remember Gilles Villeneuve, the Ferrari. It's basically about the Ferrari racing team from 78 to 86. He ain't need to watch One Piece. Don't subject him to that. I don't know what that means, John. But hey, we got some new people in here, so let's hit the like and subscribe button, please. It helps Earl Skakel out. And I appreciate that. There's many ways to support a struggling YouTube streamer like myself. There's donations, tips, super chats, super thanks. I've gotten a few super thanks lately on videos I've done. And then there's many free ways. Hitting the like and subscribe button. Yeah, I had never seen this documentary before. I think it's a fairly new one. It's about basically the relationship he had with his partner, his Ferrari racing partner, and they both died. So it's not Saturday Night Live, baby. It's Thursday Morning Live. I hear the Pee Wee Herman documentary is very good. A lot of people don't know this, but the world's foremost, what up, Todd? Pee Wee Herman impersonator was the late, great piano player from the Comedy Store, Jeff Scott, a very good friend of mine. Well, thank you. I'll take that. I'll take looking like a Nickelodeon dad. It's when you know you're getting old, when you start auditioning for dad parts. But hey, every show's got to have a dad. And of course, I was the dad in Tyler, the Creator's The Jellies. Thank you very much. I started out auditioning in 1988 playing the Musclehead. I was pretty big back then. And now I look like a Nickelodeon dad. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I have no shame. Earl does a great Barry Ribs, world famous comedian impression. Yeah, but that's only for money, honey. Especially at this hour of the day. I mean, come on. Hour of the night. I mean, see, it's night to me, but I guess it's morning. It's very dark outside tonight. Lois is cleaning herself right now, so we'll let her do her business in the dark. And for those of you new to the stream, Lois is my 15-year-old dog. I love my doggy. Ruff. Did Lois crash? Oh my God, Lois was out. She slept in her anxiety bed. We got home at about 6:30, and at 2 a.m. she was still conked out. So, but I don't mind that. Lois can still do those 2 to 3 hour walks. Because I realize one day, and probably one day soon, she won't be able to. And it's a good way for me and her to bond, because we don't really bond when we're in the house together. She just sleeps. So, you know, Earl fathers many female open mic comedians. I give fatherly advice, but I don't. I'm not a father. I've never had a baby before. The closest I ever come to thinking I was going to be a dad was I was dating someone, a comic, of course, and she's like, "Hey, I think I'm pregnant." I'm like, "Oh boy." So we went to the was it the Rite Aid? No, the CVS on Beverly and La Cienega. I bought a pregnancy test. We go to Norm's, which is right up the street, like a 24-hour diner. She goes into the bathroom, takes it. She comes out and goes, "Hey, thanks for buying it." I'm like, "Thanks for passing it." Oh, get out of my face. Uh, these glasses, I don't want to say unfortunately, they are not for show. I need them. I could take my glasses off and I can't read a word on that screen. So I like my glasses, to be honest with you. And I realize they have a tremendous glare. Like, my eyes look purple. But Earl, generational wealth. I don't know what you're asking me, Mickey. I mean, yeah, I'm not really dating anyone right now. No more comics for me. It never ends well, ever. Bruce Banner, the incredible. Yes, I mean, a little bit. I can see that. Um, I was a big Incredible Hulk fan growing up. I loved the TV show. The original Incredible Hulk was not Lou Ferrigno. It was, if you're familiar with the James Bond movie, The Spy Who Loved Me, and Moonraker, it was Jaws. He was actually in the pilot, but he was deemed not muscular enough. I do a good Lurch impression. You rang. Oh. I usually charge for that, Steven, but since you're new to the stream, I'll give you a discount. So welcome to the stream. Hit the like and subscribe button, Steven, please. It's the last time I'll ask. I want to build an organic fan base. Shout out to the Florida Panthers, the Florida Panthers, for winning their second Stanley Cup in a row. We might be looking at a dynasty. They don't have any wacky contracts on that team. So, although Bennett is a free agent, I think they'll sign him. Ekblad, I think they'll sign him. I don't recall my grandfather owning a 100 room estate. That might be an exaggeration. I mean, every now and then I do good with these early streams. Of course, today's stream, the 2 hour stream, got over 2,000 views, which is a lot for me. Not 2,000 people, but 2,000 views. Um, so, but I stream when I want. I realize it would be better if I just streamed every day at 2 p.m. So you guys could go, hey, it's 1:59 p.m. It's time to watch Earl. But um, Joshua Faye Sanders. Hi, Earl. I work for Gas Digital. We were a demo reel for what? Um, I work alone, unfortunately, Joshua. I don't work for a network. But I love Louis J. Gomez. I will say that. And, I will be in New York sooner than later. So, maybe I could. I don't think I've ever been on Legion of Skanks. Well, thank you, Joshua. I appreciate that. I don't have a demo reel for a network. Um, but, let's keep talking. Um, I realize my humor's not for everybody. Um, but I love Zach Amico. I've never met Dave, but I'm an LA guy. He's a New York guy, so um, I love Zach Amico. He's the fucking best. Yo, what you are you too busy to? Are you too lazy, bro, to put the H in? What you doing here, old man? Well, it's my stream, so I could ask you, what are you doing here? Earl, Earl, do your Barry Ribs impression for the Skanks. Well, Joshua, I'll do a Barry Ribs impression if you'd like, and you could send it to Lewis. Um, Boy, we got some trolls in the house today. I love Zach. We almost roast battled, but I declined because I was upset about how I was being treated. So I was like, I'm not battling anyone. But yes, me and Zach almost, they did an LA New York super show, and I was upset that I was not battling for the championship. I can't believe I was upset, but I was. And they wanted me to battle Zach for number one contender. And this was literally right after season one, where I went 4-1 on TV. And I was like, I just went 4-1 on international TV. I'm not battling to be number one contender. I already am number one contender. But, that's, don't worry about what I'm talking about, Spectre. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. Or I'll talk about your generational wealth. Lean into it. No, I'm not ashamed of it at all. I'm not. I think I'm not as wealthy as you think I am. If if I was wealthy, do you think I'd be doing a stream at 3 in the morning to 6 people? Yeah, I probably would, to be honest with you. But Mickey, it also depends on what you consider wealthy. Like on my stream today, as I walked by Cedar Sinai and I walked by the Barbara and Marvin Davis wing of Cedar Sinai. Um, when you walk by Cedar Sinai and you see someone's name on the side of the building, that's wealthy. 40 million. Ooh, I wish I had 40 million. I'd have a nice house, a nice car, and then put the rest away, making that money, honey. Um, where are you from, Spectre? I'm in Los Angeles, California. Thank you very much. Um, I don't know where you are, but I need some money. Well, who doesn't, bro, in this economy? I mean, wealth is one thing, happy is another. I'm happy. Oh, you're from India. Okay, that explains it. But, wealth is all relative. I'm wealthy for my needs. I can join a gym. I can get a sandwich at Erewhon. I can take a girl out to a nice dinner at Dantana's and not worry about being able to afford it. What up, Michael? Teddy, what up, what up? But, you know, I live in a 2-bedroom condo. I lease a BMW. So is that wealthy? To me it is, but you know, when you're Russell Peters and you show up to the Comedy Store in a $300,000 Bentley, that's wealthy. I'm doing better than most, not as good as some. So, do you do a job? Yes, I do. I do stand-up comedy, and I do voiceover work in cartoons. 100% Dominic. I could be the only straight guy in a 24-unit building and not have a worry in the world. Yeah, I mean, Russell, like, I've been to several of his homes. That's rich. Um, but I do okay. I got a spot Saturday night at the Comedy Store that's going to pay me, give or take, depending on if the crowd is big, 500-600 bucks for a half hour's worth of work. Um, well, we don't talk about the war in here, Ahmad. We don't. This isn't the Alex Jones Power Hour. But while you're here, hit the like and subscribe button. Yes, I don't need a second bedroom. That's for pores. Are you married? I had a fiance over the pandemic, but it didn't work out. So most of the people in the stream know that. But no, I'm not. I'm single, and I love being alone. I got my dog, and that's all I need, to be honest with you. I just love my doggy. Thank you for hitting the like button. They really didn't, Mickey. I think I know where my grandparents lived. It was in Greenwich, Connecticut. I'd been in the home. It wasn't that big. It wasn't small, but it wasn't that big, to be honest with you. Woof. Yes, I'm married to stand-up comedy and live streaming. Um, so, but I mean, I'm happy with my life. Do I wish I had more? Yeah, I mean, I'm in a business where you're taught to always want more. You get a Netflix special, you want a movie. You want a movie, you want a production deal. You're never satisfied in Hollywood. How are you feeling alone with your pet? No, I was just saying that I don't feel alone. I have my pet, and I love her very much. Even though she now, because she's older, she wakes me up at 6 a.m. to go to the bathroom every morning. I get up and do it, and then I go right back to bed. And then she wakes me up about 2 hours later. She got to go to the bathroom again. So I love dogs. I do hope to one day get a home so I can have lots of dogs and they can just pee pee outside and not wake me up. I have a little doggy door and they can just go as they please. Whoa, whoa. SXFD $7.99. Good morning from number one Ray Gun fan. Thank you, SXFD7, for being a loyal contributor to the Earlverse stream. We're one of the few streams done by a stand-up comic where I'm not constantly asking for money or grifting or whatever. Why can't you have one, Spectre? Are you allergic to... Some people are allergic to dogs. Some people are allergic to cats. I've always had a dog in my life from the age of shit since I was born and to now. I've never not had a dog in my life. And I can name every dog I've ever had in order. So, I'm not denying it. You're just misinformed, Mickey. I love how you think you know more about my family's wealth than me. Um, chicken better than, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Could you afford to buy a prefab out of town? I don't know what that is. B&B or investment purpose. It's all good. But see, to me, you're rich. You got a job. You're obviously, got enough free time to listen to this stream. Um, no, no, I've always been attracted to every girl I've been with. Am I saying every girl's been a model? No. But if you look at my last, say, three serious girlfriends, they're all hot. So, and they all look different. Like you would not think that if you lined up all my exes, say the last four girlfriends, you would not think the same guy dated them all because they all look so different. I can't eat fresh eggs. That's a fact, Jack. So, I mean, everyone's different. I don't have a type. Like, I don't just date girls with big tits. I've dated what probably, one of the top two prettiest girls I've ever dated had A cups. I mean, like nothing there. And I was still incredibly attracted to her because we had a great vibe. Um, I do a great Barry Ribs impression. Um, a serious question. Are you a virgin? I kind of want to know that. I'm 56. I've probably had more sex than everyone in this stream put together. So it's all good though. You can ask any question you want in here. I'm a open book, as they say. No, that was not. Someone sent me that. That was not me. At the helm, Joe, the manager, was at the helm of the Comedy Store float. I was in the back. More than well, that's a different comparison to AJS. So I lost my virginity in 1989. Thank you very much. Um, so, all right. Dominic being naughty. If you saw what goes on in Earl's neighborhood, you'd know he definitely, yeah, 100%. That's BBC. No, we don't do the BBC talking here, Ronaldo. R.I.P. Sabu. He no-showed his own Hall of Fame. Yeah, he didn't fuck around. I mean, it's really not surprising he died. I mean, that guy lived a hard life. By the way, speaking of guys who lived a hard life, rest in peace to, what up, Joseph? Dabbleverse legend. We don't talk about the Dabbleverse in here, but I actually like this guy, so RIP Ski Mask. Um, he's a good dude, just couldn't control his demons. So if you need help, ask for it. It's always, I mean, I don't think he was ever going to call me for help, but he could have. Um, hey, do you know about the brain rot? I do not. I do not. I donut. I do not. Yo, E-Man, good morning. What up, Nationalist 818 in the house? Go about another 5 minutes, guys. It's 3:30 in the morning. I mean, Ski Mask was, I mean, when you drink as much as he drank, you're running from something. I don't know him that well, so I can't say what he was running from, but, it's just unfortunate. I mean, I think I did a show a couple times. Oh boy, another homosexual stream. I don't know where you get that idea. Josh, I guarantee you I've gotten more pussy than you. That's a fact, Jack. But hey, come on in, Josh. Come on in. I let you say what you want to say. I don't block anyone. I don't censor anyone. Um, I mean, I've never had a drink in my life, so I can't, I certainly probably drink too many energy drinks, which some would argue is worse than booze. So, um, I love sleeping, but because I don't have a regular job, I also can sleep in the afternoon and take 2 hour naps and whatnot. Why do people make a big deal about Stu Hart? All he would do is stretch people that aren't allowed to do anything back, then poke them in the vein. I mean, I think people. Hold on, my TV just randomly came on. I think that people, you know, um, let's see. Um, may talk about him a lot because he basically would see these guys who wanted to be wrestlers, bodybuilders, football players. Here's my dog Lois. She's chilling right now. She's just chilling. She's sleeping right now. And he would basically wrestle them for real and go, okay, you want to be a wrestler? Let's see how tough you are. I mean, alcohol, the cause. Yeah, 100% there. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I'll show it anyway. Cirrhosis is not a solution. Nope, it isn't. What's going on in your freezer, Earl? Don't worry about it. I mean, I just think alcohol numbs the pain that you're feeling, and it's just a temporary solution in a long-term problem. I don't know what the ski mask died of, and it's really none of my business. But I'll guess his body gave out. I mean, that's what you see a lot, and people who drink a lot, their just body gives out. And some people, like Lemmy, his body was basically pickled. So, George Burns smoked cigars every day. He lived to be over 100. So, some people are lucky, most are not. And, you know, it's, hopefully he's finally at peace. I will say that, when you are in a world like the Dabbleverse and, it's constant shit talking and negativity and, people you'll never meet and people who would never have the balls to say whatever they say to your face, that also exasperates your problems. That's why I don't really participate in it. I'm not gay, Josh, but you seem to be talking about gay stuff a lot. So, Josh, come out of the closet on my stream. It's all good, baby. All good. The meaning of the cross. I don't know, to be honest with you. Well, well, I disagree with you there now. My dad quit drinking cold turkey. He was told he would die, and he literally never took another drink. So I think you can do it. It's very hard to do it, but you can do it. Well, I don't, understand. I love, I let everyone in here. I let everyone speak their mind. Anyone who has to make their first couple posts in here about being gay, you're gay, they're in the closet. I mean, Josh is so far back in the closet, I've got to donate him to Goodwill tomorrow. So, when's the last time you actually went to a grocery store? I went to one today, to be honest with you. But he never stopped drinking wild turkey. No, Lemmy switched from, I think, vodka to whiskey or whiskey to vodka as a health way. Oh, don't worry about it, Josh. You can do better. You really haven't hurt my feelings at all. And I know you're saying, well, you're talking to me. I must be getting to you. I'm trying to figure out what your deal is. You clearly don't like my stream, so why are you still here? There's probably 1,000 people streaming right now. So, and all you're doing is talking about being gay. Like, just come out, bro. It's all good. Um, oh God. Oh wow. I don't speak. Josh, can you help me? Let's get back on the same page. I don't know what that means. There's nothing wrong with being gay, you know, but I like tits and a vagina. And I call people baby. It's a term of affection. So I'm not trauma dumping at all. You know, you're just coming into someone's stream trying to be a dick. Okay. I'm not blocking you. I'm not censoring you. But like, if you don't like what I do in here, just leave. When I turn on a TV show and I don't like it, I don't keep watching it. I turn the channel. Um, Tits are overrated. I don't think so. Not to me. Oh, my chat is going to explode. Allahu Akbar. Fuck yeah. Uh, I don't remember American Beauty, so I don't get that reference. Um, I don't know, maybe because the neighbors are attacking them? Yeah, 100%. Me and Dominic, we get it there. No, I don't want to send Josh to Iran. So, I mean, but physicalness in a woman, you know. So a lot of people, when they say I love tits, they're like, well, what's so important about them? You can just squeeze them. It's a visual for me. It's a visual. I'll go to Iran to promote friendship with Josh. Can we send Josh to the Abbey? Well, the Abbey's like 30, 40% straight right now. So, what's up, Big Bones Jones? I'd never met Pat Patterson. Well, send her my place, Dominic. Hello. What's the age rating? Okay, you took away your message before I could read it. You guys stop going after Josh. He seems like a good egg. No, we don't talk about Liam in this stream. I will, Josh. I'll save some pussy for you. I'm 56. I don't have the energy I used to, so you could probably steal some from me, to be honest with you. What is the age rating for this stream? Well, I don't know the ages of any of you, so I like Liam. I get along with Liam. I mean, we don't talk a lot. Um, I mean, I would guess the age of this stream is probably 20 to 50, with the average age being probably in their 30s. Well, you look good, big Ben Bones Jones. You know, of course, I'm guessing. So I was right, between 25 and 50. You know, I would say we get some young kids in here, not a lot. You know, I'm 56. So I think a lot of the people I get in here are fans of my stand-up. So, you know, I would say the average age of an audience I perform in front of is about the same, 21 to 50, with the majority of them being in their early 30s. So I feel good mentally, you know, to be honest with you. I'm not book smart. I never will be book smart, but I'm street smart, which is weird given that I grew up in a wealthy neighborhood. You would not think that I would be street smart, but you know, when you play golf at a rich person's country club and you're around hustlers and degenerate gamblers and pussy hounds, I learned a lot at a very young age. Um, Yes, I am Dice. Hickory dickory dock. Um, so no, we don't do the underage chatters in here, Josh. This is not the roast battle stream. We don't do that in here. If anyone ever says they're like 15, I'm like, see ya, gots to go. Message me in 3 years. Um, so that separates me from a lot of my LA comedy comrades. Your Andrew dies if he was reminiscing like Rip Van Winkle. Okay. Your guys' insults are strange, but that's okay. It's okay. Or reading a book and getting stuck on the same passage over and over. All right. I mean, you need to work on your roasting skills. Or Earl, what age was your prime? I mean, physically. I mean, in terms of when was I strongest? Probably my mid to late 20s, like gym shape. I was fast. You know, my prime with girls, I would say when I got passed at the Comedy Store in 2014, I just developed a great confidence of like, hey, I am engaging and relatively good looking. So no girl is out of my league in this room. So I hope that answers that question. I'm going to say no. Hey, Dominic, I don't do the underage sex, so um, I see Dice in person at the Comedy Store. So thank you. Well, you're actually that's funny to me. I don't know why that's funny to me, but um, I'll give you credit for being funnier than most. We're gonna go to 45 minutes, guys. So get your last minute insults in, and we'll call it a day. Hey, I like Dice. I mean, Dice is brilliant. He doesn't get the credit for being a great joke writer, but he's very, very funny. Um, so I was much more a Dice guy than a Kinnison guy. So um, I'm not single. I mean, I have a girlfriend. Hey, yeah, I'm single at the moment, and I'm okay with that. The last few relationships have taken a lot out of me, man. I ain't gonna lie. So, I mean, Dice is like 80s metal, like Poison or Rat or Motley Crue. You either love them and think, wow, this is the greatest music ever, or you think, wow, this music sucks. Um, but Dice is, like, he was a fantastic actor before he did comedy. So, do LA women expect more? I mean, I think people who come here from another state, like a girl who moved here from wherever, um, they're the hottest girl in their hometown and say Idaho, but then, so they have all these guys in Idaho kissing ass, doing whatever, and then they come out here and expect the same to happen. But what they don't realize is that every hot girl from every small town has moved out here too. So relax, girls. Um, um, The most exhausting thing about living in LA, just the traffic, to be honest with you. Rat. My favorite band is Rat. Ratt. A lot of people don't realize this, but the Earl sign is actually written in the Rat font. I mean, in LA, the traffic is brutal. So, um, a 5 minute drive takes 20. So why would you cast as Crock and Tubbs if they remade Miami Vice today? I don't know anything about India. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, Probably Ryan Gosling as Crockett, and maybe Michael B. Jordan as Tubbs. So, is that band Up of the Chosen People? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Hey, bro, what's up? Hey, I could see already why you've been kicked out of 2 streams. Is LA filled with parking meters? Yes, it is, thankfully. But welcome aboard, Nothing. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I will try and let you in here as long as I can. It's going to be the 3rd one. Yeah, probably not. Nothing. You've come in hot in the first minute, and you've not really said anything of importance. Yeah, 100% Josh. See, Josh is an example of someone who came in hot. We didn't get along, and now we're getting along. So, well, you haven't been funny yet, Nothing, to be honest with you. But I will say you got to be a real idiot to get kicked out of my stream. So, and there's no need to dominate the stream. You 6 messages in about a minute. Let's be cool. Be cool. Hit the like and subscribe button. Take a minute. And no, I don't. Skulls of Truth. I don't hate them. I don't like them. I could not name you a song or an album of theirs, to be honest with you. I mean, you have not been funny yet. Nothing. You're about to be put in a 24-hour timeout. I can only take so much. Unfunny. What up, Abdullah? There's nothing else to do but chat. Not like you're entertaining. Well, Andrew, here's the thing. If you don't think I'm entertaining, I respect that. I understand that. But there's a lot of other streams you could go to. So I will not be offended if you leave this stream. If you don't think I could do a stream to 15 people instead of 16 people, you are sorely mistaken. I was a roadie for them for 6 to 7 months. I've never seen Fabio at the Comedy Store, but I have seen him at Equinox. But then I have to scroll. Oh, you're a scroll troll. Well, at least you're honest about it. So come on in, stick around. We're just going to do another few more minutes, and then I'm going to sleep because I'm tired. What up? This is the first stream we've had in a long time where we've got some trolls in the house. So, nice to meet you, man. Diggity. What time is it? It's 3:42 in the a.m. I have never closed my set Michael Richards style. Astroburger, that's a deep cut. So, like anybody searched you. Well, maybe they did. I don't know. I don't know how you guys got here, to be honest with you. I do not, Riley. I do not start my sets Michael Richards style. That would be a little too risky. My second bedroom is filled with sports memorabilia. Where are you at, Skulls? East Coast. That's cool. Welcome to the Earlverse. late night stream. We don't do a lot of late night streams anymore, but every now and then I'm feeling it. That is Sting the Wrestler. He's got my back. Well, Travis, I'll have your mom do it. She's right next to me. Hey-o! Mount Rushmore of wrestling. That's a tough one because, um, oh, okay. Well, congratulations to the Panthers. I mean, there's so many different levels of wrestling. Like if you're talking name recognition, I think you got to go Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Andre the Giant, and like either John Cena or Ric Flair. You got to go Ric Flair. If you're talking actual wrestling ability, Bret Hart, people like that. If you're talking heels, Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect. If you're talking faces, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes. What up? What up, Sailor? I've seen Fight Club once. Um, so I don't really remember much about it, to be honest with you. Well, Hornswoggle's definitely up there, top midgets, 100%. Uh, Someone underappreciated for work and rest. I would say Kamala, to be honest with you. And yes, I have a Kamala doll right here. But Kamala, before the WWF turned him into like a cartoonish heel, was a great heel. And people would get scared. I mean, kids would cry. By the way, here's the Earl Skakel 1-of-1 wrestling doll that I got for being on the roast of Ric Flair. So I think that someone underappreciated. I think MVP is very underappreciated. He's a great heel manager. Who else would be underappreciated? Hey everyone, just a reminder, be cool. Underappreciated. I mean, right now I think Christian is underappreciated. He's turned into a fantastic heel. Yes, I'll take a lot of comments. I'll take it. So I heard Kamala isn't in the best health. Kamala's been dead for a couple years. So, yeah, I mean, the Iron Sheik. I mean, there's many, like I said, there's many different, Mount Rushmores you can have. I mean, I don't think Bill Goldberg's underappreciated. I mean, he was a very limited wrestler who just, I tell you who I think is underappreciated is the Ultimate Warrior. Omos, I do like Omos. The Ultimate Warrior, everyone makes fun of. He can't wrestle. His promos sucked. But yet he's one of the few guys from his era that we still talk about. So, I tell you who I think is very underappreciated, underrated, whatever you want to call it, is Sid Vicious. I mean, one of the few people to be WCW and WWF champion. I think he was also ECW champion, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong on there. I like your ass and make you humble. Okay. Hitler or Biden? Jesus, you guys are really going for it. Okay, so I mean, you never really hear Sid's name involved in the greats. But for his time, he was a great look. And he kind of suffered the same problem the Warrior had, where it was like, oh man, he can't really do a promo. But that's what made his promos that good, was he kind of came off unhinged because he would botch the words from time to time. Yeah, Bam Bam Bigelow, definitely an underrated big man. Barry Windham, underrated. So I'm trying to think. He looked like Hulk. I've gotten that before. We'll go another hour. We'll go not another hour. We'll go to the hour mark, and then I've got to go sleepy by. So if you have not hit the like and subscribe button, please do so. It helps me out. Thank you for the $1.99. Yeah, Gunther's a good bad guy. I'm trying to think of more. Mike Awesome is a very underrated guy. I mean, very few guys his size could do the things he did and have his strength. Now I'm talking about ECW pre WCW. I mean, him and Tanaka's matches that's wrestling. I mean, we could sit here for another hour and talk about underrated wrestlers, but I would say Sid and Mike Awesome are my two candidates. If I was to do a Mount Rushmore of underrated wrestlers, Sid and Mike Awesome would be on there. Cody Rhodes, yeah, he's up there. I mean, Sting is actually someone who kind of, I don't know, if you did a Mount Rushmore of Southern Territory wrestlers, I think Sting has to be in there. We talk about hot guys a lot. Well, I go where the action goes. You guys wanted to talk about wrestling, so we're talking about wrestling. Tanaka, one of the greats, hardcore wrestlers. The Parker is underrated. I know. I've seen who did I see in XPW? Juventud Guerrero fighting. So yeah, if you could do a Mount Rushmore of luchadors, do a Mount Rushmore of heel managers. I mean, if I had to do heel managers, I would go Bobby Heenan, Gary Hart, The Wizard. And now you got to be of a certain age to appreciate The Wizard, and Freddie Blassie. That would be pretty funny. Or maybe bring back Dustin Rhodes. I mean, but he's in AEW. I think he's Ring of Honor tag team champ with Sammy Guevara. Joe Son. Now we're going old school UFC. I mean, I don't know if Joe Son was underappreciated, but that's in the glory days of the UFC. Do you smoke? What is this? A scene from Lethal Weapon? I do not smoke. My voice just sounds like this. Yeah, I mean, Vader, I don't know if Vader's underrated, but certainly a great big man. Harley Race, very good, tough, very tough wrestler. And then you got CIA drops in the meat grinder. Whatever happened to you, Dylan? You used to be somebody I could trust. I woke up. So should you. Yes, Bam Bam Bigelow. We've talked about Bam Bam. Taz is very underrated. You never really hear his name. I guess if you did a hardcore Mount Rushmore, you'd have to go Sabu, Taz, Mike Awesome, and maybe Tommy Dreamer. So, I mean, that's one where if you're going to Mount Rushmore of the most known guys, that's a tough one because you got to have Hogan on it. You arguably have to have Flair on it. So then you have to have The Rock. And then there's that fourth spot. You can't just go from the era that you watched. Like, Andre the Giant, everyone knows that name. So that's why I went with Andre the Giant. But you could go Stone Cold for sure. John Cena is very popular. But I mean, I'm 56, so I'm really cheating off of guys in my era. And then you have guys, like my John Cena was Magnum TA. So, well, my occupation is I'm a stand up comic and voiceover actor and YouTube streamer. So, yeah, I mean, Randy Orton's, I don't know if he's on a Mount Rushmore, but he's certainly a top 10 probably of this generation. You could do a Mount Rushmore of humor characters, Goldust, Elias, and then you've got guys like, where do you put a guy like The Miz? The Miz is like a utility infielder. You can put him in any spot. You can make him a face, you can make him a heel, so, yeah, big bet, we're going to do another few minutes, but yeah, that's sad about Ski Mask, that's for sure. I think I was on Ski Mask Collective maybe 2, 3 times. He was always nice to me. I wouldn't say we were friends, but um, it's just he may work one gig every blue moon or so. I don't know what you're talking about. But Stephanie McMahon's implants were underrated. 100%. That's a fact, Jack. Okay, yeah. I mean, I liked Ski Mask. I mean, he was always respectful to me and nice. But like I said earlier in the stream, when you drink as much as he did, you're running from a problem. I don't know anything about his family life, but he's finally out of pain, and you can't drink like he did, and it's going to catch up to you. It just is. Father Time is undefeated. I mean, that's when we kind of stopped talking, when he showed his balls on MLC. I was just like, okay. On Twitter, too, I was like, I can't. I don't want to look at another guy's balls. But what up, Craig? What up? But he was always nice to me. I mean, he had me on a few times to talk about the Dabbleverse, but I'm like, and I would tell him this before I would go on. I'm like, bro, I don't like the Dabbleverse. I'm more Dabbleverse adjacent. So if you're looking for me to talk shit about Chad or whoever, I'm probably not going to do it. And he's like, we don't have to talk about that. So I was cool. I thought that was really you and the pickleball exorcist. Is it rare to hear a joke you haven't heard? I mean, listen, stand up comedy's been around for a very long time. There's not going to be many jokes or premises you haven't heard. You know what I'm saying? So, I have pretty much heard them all. You look like Mathis Hayden. I don't know who that is. But the beauty of that is he probably doesn't know who I am. So it's all good in the hood. So we're going to end the stream, babies. It's 3:57 in the AM. Well, I don't listen to stand-up. So, I don't want to know what anyone else is talking about before I go on stage. So, that's the great thing about me, is that I'm not affected by whatever comics go on before me, what they do or say or how they act or how they deliver their material, because I'm not listening. Because I don't want to be influenced by them in a good way or a bad way. Well, I mean, Barry Ribs is not a comic. Barry Ribs is an icon. So, I mean, that's different. So I will be at the Comedy Store this Saturday night, 12:15. If you look like I see. I'm not doing that. See, I know you're trying to get me to say the N word on the DL. Come on, dude. I'm too quick for you. Too quick, baby cakes. Um, can you shout out? I don't do shout outs, Geezy baby. Um, otherwise, I mean, I appreciate you trying, Cross King, but I'm just too fast. Um, so, we're not talking about Barry Ribs' weenie in here. Um, can you just say his name? I can't. You got to show me the money, honey. I've done an hour stream for $1.99. I've got to get the money, honey. Um, so, yes. Well, I didn't think I'd stream today. That 2-hour stream I did at the shopping mall really got me and Lois tired. So, um, yes. Well, for me to say the N word on the stream, you got to pay me 3 figures. No, I'm just kidding. So, yes, I am a nobody. And no, I can't say his name. And if you think by telling me I'm a nobody, you're hurting my feelings, you don't. You're in a nobody stream. So who's the bigger loser? What is going on next in the pool? I got Pat Dixon. He popped out on pills. I mean, if you're doing a Dabbleverse death pool, I mean, you've got to look at it from many angles. I mean, I would go Mr. Kill everything. I certainly don't want him to die, but he drinks on a ski mask level. And then you've got to look at people who aren't healthy. I don't know what Pat Dixon does, in terms of drinking or pills. Um, so, well, I mean, Carmick smokes a lot, but cigarette kill you long term. I mean, someone who's like obese in the Dabbleverse, I don't know who that is. I would say, I mean, I don't know much about Joey C's dietary habits. I mean, I would go Mr. Kill everything. I mean, that guy fucking really drinks, like on a ski mask level. Maybe Chad, because someone's gonna kill him. Um, yeah, but Karmic, like, I mean, I don't know much about him, but like, he smokes a lot. But does he drink? I don't really follow him that much, so I don't know if he drinks a lot or whatever. But um, oh, okay. See, I've never really watched his stream. I've just watched him on MLC, so I'm out of the loop. I know he's been in this stream a few times. It seems like a nice guy. Um, but I'm trying to think of other people who have bad habits in the Dabbleverse. I don't know if anyone does coke a lot. I mean, you got to be careful what you get. Um, oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. Uh, um, I mean, the Dabbleverse is not a good place for people who have substance problems. Because, if you drink a lot, you're running from something, like I've said before. But then when you drink a lot and you do a live stream and you've got people in the chat trolling you, saying you're fat, you're ugly, you're a loser, you're not funny, it's going to exasperate your problems. So, um, well, I just don't think the Dabbleverse is for everybody. And they're always looking for the next star. First it was Joey C. Now it's Karmic. And then, now Gino's wife, Keanu's kind of getting a lot of interviews and whatnot. And, listen, she's a pretty girl, but I'm sure, like, when she logs off and people are calling her ugly and whatnot, that affects her. Trust me, it does. So I try and avoid the Dabbleverse in terms of talking about it. I certainly watch it a lot. I mean, I was watching Stevie Lou and Chad today. I was watching MLC. I was watching the Potatoes thing on Chad. I mean, I love listening to it, but I feel like our group died and went to hell, and this is what we do now for all eternity. Ashley Cummings is very healthy. Like she's an advanced level yoga teacher, so I don't know what she does in terms of drinking or pills or whatever drugs, but like yoga teachers can live for it. A lot of yoga teachers I know they party hard, and it does not affect them because they're so internally healthy. So I would not have Ashley Cummings uh, in my death pool selection. But am I angry? Not really. I don't think I am. I'm very honest, but I don't think honest is angry. Message helper review. Let's check that out. Earl, you need to straighten out Ashley Cummings. Um, yeah, I'm good on that. Yeah, I mean, I've dated one yoga teacher, and she was a wild child. I mean, she was fun. We never had sex, but we did other things, and like she was a party time. Um, yeah, I mean, I think but I don't think she's gonna get steamrolled like Kate Meany because she's not funny. So she tries to keep up with the Kevin Brennans and the Meltons and the whatnot. You know what? Listen, here's and then I'm gonna go to sleep. But there are a lot of funny people in the Dabbleverse, and there are a lot of experienced comics in the Dabbleverse. Whether you think they're funny or you like them or not, I mean, what Melton has been doing comedy for 20, 25 years. Kevin Brennan's been doing comedy for 30 plus years. Chad's been doing comedy for 20 years. Levy's been doing comedy for 30 years. Shuli's been doing comedy for 20 years. So you're matching wits with a bunch of people who've just done it longer than you. So Ashley Cummings comes in, Kate Meany comes in, Joey C comes in. All these people come in and they just can't keep up. They just get overwhelmed and, like you said, steamrolled. So am I tired? I am tired, to be honest with you. It is 4:05 a.m. Um, so um, who blew and Whitney to give her a child? Jesus, man, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I gave Whitney's fiance 2 years ago a ride home, and I thought this guy's not gonna last because, Whitney is a force of nature, and you got to be a certain personality to deal with that, and this guy was not. Um, so Chad doesn't get enough credit. Well, I mean, Chad is the straw that stirs the Dabbleverse drink. I mean, just today alone, there were I think 5 or 6 shows devoted to his stream he did, grifting off of Ski Mask Death. There's no one else that gets that kind of reaction. So, and he comes from a pro wrestling background, from in terms of he's a fan. So he alternates between the face, the heel, redemption tours, and all that. So, um, I didn't hear that interview, so I can't speak to that. Are you? I don't know what that means. I mean, that guy probably has 100 times more viewers than I have. I mean, I think it's a little one note. I think it's repetitive, but um, because I think he's run out of enemies. So now it's like circling back to Stevie Lou and like, I don't know. That's the thing, that's why the Kate Meanies and the Ashleys and the Joey C's have to be brought in because you need a new foil. But listen, I listen to it. I just don't like talking about it a lot because I don't feel I have enough to say about Stuttering John or Steel Toe. I got nothing on those guys. I did, what was that show on the Shuley Network? The Miserable Men. It was me, Levy, Shuley, and Morris. And I think I messaged Shuley after the 3rd episode. I'm like, bro, I got nothing on Stuttering John. Like, I'm going to bail out. Hey, do you know about anime stuff? I don't. I'm a cartoon guy. Well, Shanny, unfortunately, I'm about to end the stream, so um, but thank you for coming in as always from Australia. So, howdy, howdy, gaming freak. We are going to sleep. So, hit the like and subscribe button, guys. My old ass has to go to bed now. It's been a long day. I'm a little tired, but I appreciate you guys. I don't know if I'll stream today again, but hey, fuck it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Earl Skakel, over and out.